Hello, great people. The minors that were arraigned in court for treason have been given 10 million naira bail each. Those minors that are looking poor, that are looking dejected, the court have said every one of them must provide 10 million naira each before they can be set free. In this video, I'll be telling you a lot of things. The politics behind their arraignment. I will also be telling you why the judge gave such a stringent condition for their release and why the judge couldn't have done otherwise. I'm sure you don't want to miss it. I'll also be telling you what the federal government is trying to achieve and also the northern dynamics, because those children that were arraigned are all northerners, and of course the implication of that on the presidency and President Bola Tinubu itself. And I will also be bringing in the role of the mothers, why people like Remi Tinubu and the wife of Shetima are quiet. It's going to be that and a whole lot more in this video. First, when I heard that those children, those minors, have been given bail of 10 million naira each, what first crossed my mind is, where are the mothers? Don't we have mothers again in this country? Like, where is Remi Tinubu in all of this? Where is Remi Tinubu, for God's sake? And why is it that she's keeping quiet? If the president is not aware for any reason, maybe he's busy, he's tired, he's sleeping, name anything, give him any excuse, is the first lady, who is adjudged as the mother of the country, not aware? So in a country that has a first lady, why would this amount of children, 73 or thereabout, be sentenced to imprisonment? Because that is just what it is. These guys don't have 10. I don't think their parent has 10,000 naira. If their parent have 10,000 naira, they don't have 100,000 naira. So somebody that it is glaring that doesn't have the money, and you say go and bring it, of course you just want to put that person in prison perpetually, and you now adjourn the case for a long time. You can imagine. So the thing is, I was wondering, where is Remi Tinubu, or where is the wife of Shetima? Can't the wife of the vice president go and meet the president? If it will cost her to kneel down, let her kneel down. If it will cost her to beg, let her beg. That, Mr. President, sir, please, I think this will bring bad luck to our administration. I think this will bring embarrassment. That I am a northerner, I am a mother. These kids don't have the capacity to bring down your government. That I think we should go for the real sponsors of the protest. But then Remi Tinubu has been missing. The wife of the vice president has been missing. I won't blame other appointees, because if the presidency is thinking in one direction, if you are thinking in another direction, they can sack you. You know, they can think you are an enemy. So if you are a minister, I can't really blame you. But the wife of the president and vice president cannot be sacked. So why can't they advocate for these children? Now, away from that, where are the northern governors that during the time of Issa Alekpantami, when the scandal of Issa Alekpantami broke out, that he was preaching things that favors terrorism, that is a Boko Haram sympathizer? You will notice that some days after that, just like maybe a day or 2 or 3 days, the northern governors visited Buhari, apparently on the issue of Patami. Where are the northern APC governors, for God's sake? Can't they go and meet the president that, Mr. President, we are in the same party. Your loss is our loss. Your gain is our gain. But we don't think that these children are terrorists. These are children that they don't have any good source of livelihood. Their parents are poor. Can't they go to the president with the statistics of these children and advocate for them? Another thing is, where are the right activists? Or is it only cash activists that we have now? Cash activists that if something doesn't bring out cash, they are not interested in it. Because I expect that by now, if the civil societies, if the activists have been beating the drums, you know, if the activists have been making noise, perhaps the presidency will be looking into releasing these children, whether they like it or not. But then, we've not heard much from the activists, in quote. So, where is everybody? Why is everybody just silent? Now, if you have 10 million naira, that means that you are rich. You know, Are we on the same page of that? That if you have 10 million naira in this Nigeria of today, at least you are not poor. Even if you are not rich, you are not poor. Now, see, if you say that these people to go and bring 10 million naira, these people that you are saying, where would they have the 10 million naira to bring? And if these people even have the 10 million naira, they won't perhaps not be appearing in court in the first place, because they would have used the money to kind of like settle their way. You understand? They would have spoke with the police or anybody that is that they can speak to, maybe their traditional rulers or something. They would have used money to influence it. If they have 10 million naira each of their parents, that means that their father will one way or the other have one connection or the other. So that means that if all of them, their parents have 30 million naira, there's no way they won't know, maybe one of them will know another rich person or a local government chairman that can transfer their case to a commissioner in the state, and it will get to the commissioner of police. You understand? Like, you know, there would have been some networking, because they are not children of the rich, because rich men children don't protest. That is the truth. The theme of the protest that brought about all this is end bad governance. So the theme of the protest has nothing to do with the rich. So the rich men children, they don't protest. That is just the truth. Rich men children, they're not the protest. Now, what is the occupation of their parents that you want them to bring 10 million naira? How is it easy for you as a northerner in the Nigeria of today to have 10 million naira? If they have 10 million in the first place, these children, I don't think they will go out to protest. I don't think they will join the protest, you know. And you want to think that, what is the judge thinking? I can blame the judge, and at the same time I can't blame the judge. Let me explain it to you. I cannot blame the judge first, because what they charge those children for is treason. And naturally, if government is charging you for something, it would have been believed that government has done its own work and a prima facie case has been established against you. It is expected that government will not just charge you for an offense anyhow. But that's not in Nigeria. Government can charge you for anything. If government does not like your face, they will find something to charge you for, unfortunately. So if they charge those children for treason, an offense as high as treason, what do you want the judge to do? The judge has to set a stringent bail condition, because you are telling the judge that you have established a case that they want to overthrow a government. If they charge them for wandering or disruption of public peace, the judge could have charged them 10 million naira. That is the truth. But then I will blame the judge, because if you grant bail, it means that you think that the person deserves his or her freedom pending the time that the case will be determined, right? That means that there's a likelihood that this person is not guilty. In this case, the judge did not act as if these children are not guilty, because mere looking at them, if you have a case in court and the judge looks at you, looks at your personality, and you are looking like somebody that doesn't even have food to eat, and the judge tells you to go and bring 10 million naira, that means that indirectly the judge is saying that you should be detained perpetually, because the judge, mere looking at those kids, the judge will know that they can't have 30 million naira. That's going to over 700 million, you know, for 70 something of them. Where will they get that kind of money? So if you want to grant bail, it means that you want that person to be free pending the time when the case will be concluded. But if you now set 10 million naira and it can be achieved, that means that you don't want those people to be free. And that's where I blame the judge. That I expect that the judge should have been able to use his or her initiative to think that, no, you cannot set 10 million naira for these kids. If you set 10 million naira for the next 10 years, they will still be in that prison, because their parents cannot, you know, provide that 10 million naira. And this brings us to the appointment of the judges, right? I think the appointment of judges should be more transparent, so that judge can be free when it comes to political cases. But we need to remember that power is transient in life. Whether you are the president, whether you are a judge, power is transient. You are in power today, you won't be in power tomorrow. That you are in power today doesn't mean that when you grow old and die, your children will be in power. So the foundation that you lay today will be what other people will build on. And if you perpetrate injustice against children, your children or great-grandchildren or great-great-grandchildren can come back and suffer it in the future. Now, the president is seen as an elephant, right? Those kids can be described as an ant. Normally, if an ant match an elephant, you will naturally, what you would expect is that the elephant will just use his leg to just crush the ant. That's what you expect. So the elephant has not done any new thing. But if the elephant just look at the ant and just forgive the ant, the elephant will be praised, because people know that the elephant has the capacity to crush the ant, but the elephant decide to forgive the ant. So if President Bola Tinubu had forgiven these children, it would have earned in praise for him, because people know that naturally he has capacity to crush them, in quote. You understand? But now that he has decided to use all his power against them, then he has not done anything special. Now let us look at the northern dynamics of this thing. All the children arraigned are northerners. See, you don't want to joke with the north. By the time the north will change it for Tinubu, it will be an unexpected time. Tinubu will not expect it. Let me give you an example. During the time of Goodluck Jonathan, when Goodluck Jonathan was in the bad books of the north, suddenly the north changed him for Jonathan. They said, oh, that Jonathan is one of the people sponsoring Boko Haram, that he wants to use it to depopulate the north. Imagine that kind of statement or argument, that Jonathan is using Boko Haram to depopulate the north. And doesn't that sound strange? That is how the north may later change it for Tinubu when election is coming. They would say that it is only the children of the north that he arraigned, that protest was done all across the country, but it is only the children of northerners that were detained perpetually. So Bola Tinubu is not a friend of the north. You'll be shocked when they will bring up this argument. So, and I think that Bola Tinubu, as a political strategist that he is, that it will be smarter not to play into the hands of some of these northerners. This thing that I just said, keep it. Wait till the election time. You will see what will happen, because they did it to Jonathan. They changed it for him. If they did it to Jonathan, of course, they can also do it to Bola Tinubu. What I would just say is that just temper justice with mercy. Release these children. These people, to the best of my knowledge, as a political scientist, they don't have the capacity to perpetrate a coup. Do you know what coup is? A forceful takeover of government. Is it these ones that have not eaten, these ones that need food, that will force a changeover of government? I think we need a more thinking presidency. We need a more sympathetic presidency. We need a more strategic presidency. And I pray that God will give President Bola Tinubu the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding going forward. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode of Politing with Dr. Omoshola Deji. Dr. Deji is a political scientist with a PhD in political science, and this is where we analyze politics and happenings in the polity. Do well to subscribe, do well to turn on your notification button, do well to catch up with my past videos, and of course, I have great videos coming your way. Till I see you again, I'm just around the corner. You already know that I love you all sincerely.